hair is like 50 shades of I don't fucking know. If you watch my main channel, probably saw my video on Alex, aka Shrubtime. I kind of needed to vent, look at just how it is. It's like therapy, making venting videos, and I wanted to warn lovers of Joy because I felt like it was going to happen again. And man, the comments on that video. The hate that Joy gets is so real. Like, I have been getting major amount of hate on that video. And it's crazy because it's like these haters that Alex used to troll, by the way, they're welcoming him with like open arms and defending him, and it's fucking weird. Anything that is like negative towards Joy or against Joy in some way, like this dude used to freaking like troll on the haters and like antagonize them, and they're just welcoming him with open arms. Oh, he did nothing wrong. Calling us like overly sensitive and stuff like that. There's no sympathy for anybody anymore. And I know someone will argue, well, you don't have any sympathy for Alex. Yeah, I don't. If he had actually said sorry to us, if he had actually like shown remorse and shown genuine apologetic feelings, I would have way more sympathy for him. And honestly, the friendship might have been salvaged then, but he wasn't. He's done it before. He clearly only cared about himself. So I know he's probably gonna do it again. And in fact, I told my friends, you know, I have a feeling he's gonna turn against Joy and he's gonna start shit. Like, I don't feel like this is over. I don't feel like he's actually going to delete his social media and go get better like he says he's going to. Well, I called it. He brought his Twitter back up and he started saying stuff against Joy, and I didn't get to see all of it, unfortunately, but was saying that we didn't need to confront him and all this other shit. Like, yes we did. Yes we did. Don't even. Like, the confronting was private. Like, he agreed to let us talk with him, and nobody knew what was happening when the confrontation happened. They got everybody in the room, and then Joy started off with the question, and he answered, and we all just had our jaws on the floor. Saying it wasn't necessary now is so, like, yeah. And it's funny that I read on that. I guess maybe it's because he's showing his true self, true colors. And then he deleted his Twitter again. And then I think he must have blocked me because one of the haters tweeted at me and said something along the lines of, changed your mind on Alex is a sociopath thing or whatever, and it had like a tweet below it, but the person had me blocked and I'm assuming it's Alex. So it's like, well, no, because I couldn't see what the fuck he tagged me. I knew it as soon as we were confronting him, and he showed zero emotion, and he wasn't sorry, and he never actually said sorry to anybody. The only time he said sorry was on his live stream, and it's because I commented that he hadn't said sorry to anybody. And it wasn't like directly to someone like, I'm sorry for hurting you. Like, it was like an in general apology. Like, he got annoyed at some parts and started getting after people in the stream, and it's just like, really? I wasn't gonna make a video because of all the hate I was getting on the other video, but I don't know, I kind of want to talk about it. This is probably gonna go on Rage, which normally that other video would have went on Rage, but I wanted people to see it because I knew that a lot of people who followed me also liked Joy, so that's why I put it on there. Because not everybody who's subbed to my main channel is subbed to my Rage channel, so yeah, I'm just putting this on the Rage channel as like a rant and update, I guess. You know, we would have liked him to get better. I do, I guess, have a little sympathy for him because his brain is clearly wired differently. I have sympathy for him in that sense, that I actually was really hoping that he was going to do what he said and go get, you know, go work on himself, go better himself, and then come back. It was too much to expect that. I knew it was bullshit, and I knew that that wasn't gonna happen, and I knew that he was gonna turn on Joy. And I don't care if people are like, oh my god, you're so overly sensitive. I don't fucking care. And then people were saying about, well, this is why you don't trust people on the internet. People make friends in different kind of ways. It doesn't even matter how we met him. It could have happened in real life, because he did it to real life people, like people in his actual life. And there's people like, oh, you know, it wasn't necessary for Joy to call his mom. It's like, when they thought he was a minor, yeah, that's why they called her, just to confirm. So some of the comments that I get are there's such a stretch. They just want to find a reason to hate on her. They want to make up reasons, they want to exaggerate things, they want to put people down for having fucking feelings. And it's fucking disgusting. Anyways, I was just saying that, like, I understand, you know, they're not fans of Joy. I get it. I get it. I just don't get why it's necessary to hound it into Joy supporters. Like, because the majority of people who support Joy, they're not, like, doing anything. They're not being rude. I say majority, I'm not speaking for everyone. Like, if Joy supporters were going around, like, attacking people or whatever, I can understand that. And obviously there are a few. There's always going to be a few people who are... I'm down here by myself. That was fucking creepy. That was like right next to me too. Anyways, what I was saying is, like my video. Like, yeah, I was upset in the video. I had every right to be upset. But I wasn't hurting anybody. I was telling my experience. I'm getting told that I'm mindless drone and Joy's the sociopath and I'm just stupid and I'm just this and clean my room. You're being overly sensitive. Like, it's baffling. I should say, like, hating in general, not even like the Joy stuff, like, because it happens in general with people like hating like that when someone doesn't agree with them or does like, or they don't like this person and another person likes that person and they get attacked for it. And it's like, well, why attack them? It's one thing if they're attacking you first, like I can understand that completely, you know, basically defending yourself. But why is it necessary to be that rude? And I'm not saying all the Joy haters are rude like that. Like, actually, I've come across a few that were very polite, and I really appreciate that. Like, all the people who can disagree and be respectful and be polite, thank you. I have a lot of respect for people who can communicate how they feel without attacking somebody. I guess that's just how I feel about it. And some of the people, like, are so determined to try and, like, change my mind. And it's like, why? Like, why are you harassing me with all this stuff trying to get me to change my mind? Why? I don't understand why changing my mind is so fucking important to you. Like, because I guarantee I'm not going to change my opinion on this. Unless something happens, for example, with Alex. What happened with him is a perfect example. I got to know him and then I noticed the inconsistencies, and that's when I started questioning things. Then everything came out because it wasn't just me, it was other people too. That's probably the only way that I'm going to change my mind about something, is if I see it myself. So if Alex showed, like, if he started doing what he said he was going to do and he started to go and try and better himself and like actually showed that he was going to do that, and if he like actually sincerely apologized, then maybe my mind would be changed. But until then, like, and maybe if people showed like actual evidence, because so far when people say like, oh, Joy is this, Joy is that, they are saying just an opinion, like they're just providing opinions, or the stuff that they do provide, the evidence, is something that's been taken out of context. And I've watched that happen. Like, I've seen people do that. They're like, oh, oh, Joy's racist, and then they show the terrible joke she did that was out of context. And, like, all this other shit. completely out of context, you know, like, or they'll say something from one of her streams that I was there for, and I'm like, that's out of context. Like, that's completely out of context. I was there. I heard the whole thing she said. You took one part out of there and made it seem a certain way. You know, I've never had anybody, like, legitimately show me evidence. Like, anytime they actually show evidence, it's something completely out of context. So that's another thing. Like, I'm never going to change my mind, especially with being provided, like, opinions and out of context things. It's kind of the same thing with people saying, like, oh, Joy doxed Alex. No, she did not. She never doxed Alex. Not once. Like, one person said it on her stream, like, oh, so you doxed him? And ever since that one person, I don't even know who said it, but, like, ever since that one person put that, everyone's like, oh my god, she doxed him. But that's not true. First of all, she didn't give his address out. The fuck? Second of all, he had everything that she talked about was public information. Like, that's not doxing someone when it's public information. Like, what do you mean? That's another reason why, like, I'm never going to change my mind. A lot of people are attacking me on the fact that I said I felt like he was showing, like, sociopathic tendencies. Like, first of all, I never said I was, like, a doctor or whatever. I wasn't saying I was qualified to make a diagnosis. I wasn't diagnosing. I was just saying, in my opinion, that's how it comes off, because I've actually had people in my life who were diagnosed with sociopathic tendencies. Like, he behaves in the same way, and that's what I was saying, but, like, people fucking jump down my goddamn throat for that one. Jesus Christ. It's like they're hanging on to that and trying to tell me that, oh, Joy is a sociopath and all this other shit, and it's just like, why are you trying to change my mind about it? Okay. Whatevs, I don't get it, but whatevs. Oh, and the other thing, like, because I said that, you know, Joy and Alex seemed, like, when I very first, like, met them, like, they had this banter that seemed like kind of flirtish. Like, people keep bringing that up, that I said that, like, oh, you acknowledged that Joy was flirty, and it's just like, first of all, like, I flirt with my friends all the fucking time. It doesn't mean anything. I'm like, shit, I guess I used the wrong wording, good god. Okay, let's just, like, humor you for a second. Even if Joy had flirted with him, or somehow led him on or something, how the fuck does that justify anything that he did? It doesn't. You know, the logic with some shit, like, I don't, like, seriously, some of the stuff is, like, it's crazy. Like, maybe you had a bad experience with her. If you people who don't like Joy feel like you've seen inconsistencies and stuff like that, it's like, okay, it's fine. That's your opinion. I will respect your opinion. It's fine. I just don't have the same opinion as you. I don't really think that requires you to jump down my throat. Honestly, that's an in general thing, like, with people disagreeing. Just because you guys disagree doesn't mean that you should jump down each other's throats and be enemies and all this other shit. Like, I don't know. This is just me rambling. It's like 2 a.m. I'm tired. And it's just on my mind, and him doing that shit the other day. It's just something on my mind. I'm probably not even going to upload this. If I do upload this, hi, how you doing? And I'm more than likely going to get those exact comments I was talking about on this video. Spread love, not hate. See you in the next video. Bye.
Look at this shit. Like, why? Okay, look at this. It's like a blonde, okay, white, blonde, pink as fuck right here. And then like a blonde pink color. Like, what is going on with, like, why is this patch here? I don't understand why both sides of my head. Is it on the back of my head? Yeah, it's back of my head. There's just a band right here that's just super pink. Why? I got the bleach on there evenly. Whatever.